welcome back to your favorite German podcast. I am your dumpling Kelvin,
And I'm your Sauerkraut Sascha.
and together we are sauerkraut
Sauerkraut
dumpling.
dumpling.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. Sascha, how are you doing with the heat? It's so
Oof.
hot today.
I had a flu, which was not so uncommon according to latest news.
Actually, yeah, a lot of people have been sick recently.
Yeah. And I was basically the whole time on my couch, sweating, feeling weak.
Shit.
And it reminded me of the days I had a leather couch.
Yo, that couch was nice though.
It was nice, it was cool, but in summer times, when you are sitting there in the heat, only with your underwear, you're fusing together with the couch, and
It's
when
a
you
swamp
get up,
couch.
exactly, when you get up, it's like whoosh.
Yeah, you're trying to like separate two cells that are stuck together.
Oh, today I saw something interesting also. Do you remember Warhammer Submarine?
Warhammer, like the
Submarine with the
not the
Space
toy.
Marines.
Oh
Not
yeah, Warhammer
Space
40K.
Marines.
Yeah.
The last time I played it was on PlayStation 2. I loved it. With a chainsaw saw, it was genius. And in September, a remake comes,
Oh,
and they offer a collector's edition, which is really cool. It has Space Marines
helmet.
figure inside,
Oh.
fighting against an alien. It looks really cool, actually.
But this is like originally a board game, right?
This is, I don't know. No,
Yeah.
I just know it as a PlayStation game.
No, when I was a kid. So I think Warhammer has been around for a long time. It used to be like not the 40K, so the original Warhammer was more like medieval themed. So you're painting like, so generally you make these figures, right? They're out of plastic. You have to glue them together, and then you have to paint them. I think painting them was like a big thing, and you can battle. So the guys that play Warhammer, these Warhammer nerds, are super into like creating the terrain. You know how like when we play D&D, you're playing like on a table. It's a tabletop game, but they have these huge terrains made with like their figures inside of the terrain, and they're rolling dices, and they're using like different kind of like rulers to measure how far they can shoot and things like this. And it's kind of like D&D, a different type of D&D, more hands-on.
And the Space Marines, was it an extension? Because you said it was medieval?
It's Warhammer 40K. So when I was a kid, I played 40K a little bit, and I had like I had the Space Marine set, because I think the starter kit was always Space Marine, and that was like the guys you picked. So I had the starter kit, and I had a bunch of Space Marines. You get like the leader, and you get a group of dudes, and I think you get a tank, if I'm not wrong. Like I had a few, but I was not very artsy, so I just stuck everything together, but I never painted it. And I remember I started selling those, or like trading the Warhammer pieces for games, because back then I really wanted to play Diablo, or Warcraft, and my friend had an original Warcraft CD with the CD key. Those are pretty rare in China. So I was like, oh, I'll trade you like 5 of my Space Marines for your original Warcraft 3 CD with the CD key, so I can play online. Yeah, those are good times.
There's worth something, no? Nowadays worth something.
Are they? They're still around. There's like a big Warhammer store in our city, in Heidelberg. I think there are 2.
No, I mean the OG figures from the past.
Yeah, my mom probably threw all of them away.
Oof.
Just like my Nintendo stuff.
Oh.
She's good at that. Yeah.
My mom threw away my Magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, those hurt. Dude, I have a friend. He shout out Wes. He still plays Magic, and he collects Magic cards. And he said when he had to do insurance, because he bought insurance for his house, and there's like theft insurance. So insurance for when someone breaks in and steals your stuff. but you have to, before you apply for the insurance, you have to say all the valuable stuff you have in your house. And he had to hide from his wife and write how much his magic cards were worth, because they were worth a lot of money. I think upwards of upwards of 5 figures, or almost 6 figures maybe.
Whoa.
I think, I'm not entirely sure because he didn't tell us the amount, but I'm pretty sure that it's 5 figures. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's worth this much, but is there really a market where a person would pay a 5-figure amount for one card?
5-figure amount for one card, no. But what is that like super famous one? Blue Eyes White Dragon or something?
Nah, I mean, I think you mean Pokemon and.
Oh no, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry. No, what's that super?
This dragon, right? Glurak. The 40k card from Pokemon.
Dude, no,
First edition
Black
Glurak.
Lotus. That's it.
Ah, Black Lotus. Yeah. This is a half million
no,
dollar card.
Some on The Verge, it said it was sold at 3 million.
Again, it's
That's
one
insane,
card, right?
dude.
It's one
just
card.
Piece of cardboard. Far out, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, we should learn how to counterfeit. You know, people counterfeit money. We should just counterfeit like Black Lotus cards. Imagine you get 3 million per counterfeit. That seems like a better deal than counterfeiting $100, €100 bills all the time.
I wonder if it's illegal to counterfeit a Magic card.
It's
for
definitely
money, of course.
Illegal. Yeah. It's like selling. It's like catfishing, right? It's like using a fake Tinder account and trying to scam people for money.
Okay.
But yeah. Maybe one last thing before we start. I've been reading the Fliegende Klassenzimmer recently.
You asked me this once. I never read it. I never read it.
You've never read it? Okay. It's like a pretty old classic German kids book. And in there, they talk about all the different classes. You know how there's like Class 1, Class 2, like grades, grade 1, grade 2, but they have special names for them, like Primana, Tertiana. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I just know in my primary school time, the classes had released names: Blue Class or Star Class, something like this. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because they had like for every grade they used the Latin word. Like I think the finishing year is called Primana or something like this, or the other way around, and then like third grade is Tertiana, Quatana, Quintana, Sextana. Anyways, you know it's old when the words they use in that book are no longer used in real life. This book was written a long time ago. But for the guys that are trying to get into German, I think it's a good book, and a lot of Germans read this book. Have read this book because it's a classic.
I believe you. I never read it, but maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe. Now, maybe read it with the wife, bedtime story.
Bedtime stories.
Yes.
All right. Let's switch to the game part, Kelvin.
Indeed.
Are you well prepared?
I've showered. I've washed all the holes. I'm very prepared.
Okay, this time you start. Last time I started, this time you start. So give me is it true or false or a question? You prepared?
It is true or false. You're right. Yes.
Okay. So true, false, and
Okay.
yeah, let's see if I can guess correctly. Hit me.
All right, Sasha. On average, 5% of Germans that go to university finish their degrees in their 4th year. True or false?
Hey.
5%.
But we have bachelor and master. Bachelor is usually 3 years. Master is 5 years.
Bachelor 3 years?
Usually it is 3 years, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give you another statistic then.
Okay.
On average, 0% of Germans finish their degree in the third year.
No, this is false. I mean, I finished in 3 years. Almost all of my classes finished it in 3 years.
Serious?
Yeah.
Completion in year? Apparently, this is true.
I can't believe this.
I don't know where I got the statistic, but apparently, degree completion at German universities. Yeah.
Yeah, but is it diploma? Is it bachelor? Is it master? Is it what
I
is
guess
it?
it's diploma. But how long was diploma? Diploma was 6 years.
Diploma is 4 years. Diploma is 4 years.
Maybe they meant diploma. Maybe this is a little old.
And to confuse you completely, there's also magister.
Magister is a special kind of diploma?
Yes. So for diploma, you have to finish certain certain topics, certain courses to get this special diploma. And magister, you don't need to book those special topics, but it's less worse. Magister is less worse than diploma. Diploma is more worse than bachelor, and master is more worse than diploma.
Oh, okay. I think yeah, magister is more like a certificate or something. It's not like a
that
degree.
You studied. Exactly. You studied there and you did some courses.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. It's an interesting system, I have to say.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's very complicated, at least.
So luckily we have bachelor and master now, which is a common state, everybody knows what it means.
That's true. Yeah. Because before it was only masters with the diploma.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyways, yes. So maybe my statistics are off, but you still got it wrong.
Okay, I got the negative buzzer. And okay, now I come with something which is for 100% sure right, or wrong. Let's see. Okay, I hit you with this. German toilet organization criticizes the hygiene in school toilets. And the question is, does the German toilet organization exist, or is it bullshit?
German toilet organization, I guess. I'm sure there are worse organizations in the German bureaucracy.
Okay, but the German toilet organization.
But is it the German public school toilet organization, or is it just the German toilet organization?
German toilet organization.
Yeah, they have to exist. I'm sure there's a German pimp organization, funded by the people, like the public, a German department where they have to manage prostitutes. I am 100% sure this exists.
Yeah, first of all,
congratulations.
Good job. It exists.
Yeah.
I found this article about a school in Leipzig, and the article was captioned with the pupils drink less to prevent going to toilet.
Pupils, it's that bad?
It's that bad. I also remember my days during high school, and the toilet was always a topic. Once even a schoolmate shit so heavily that the shit covered the whole toilet at the back wall of the toilet, okay? And the facility guy, he made a photo, he was putting it on a blackboard, and then he wrote down who did this.
Honestly, I can see this. Because, yeah.
And then we were kind of guessing who could it be, when did it start, and we were also...
You'll never find the guy. You will never find the guy. Did you guys find him?
No, we made fun of some people who could have done this,
But who can shit up a wall? That's like honestly...
Like, not only the wall, like the whole toilet and the wall behind, like, poosh.
But
so
honestly,
he was putting down
the amount
of boom.
The amount of velocity that came out of his
Exactly.
butthole The projectile velocity was high enough.
Velocity.
Geschwindigkeit.
Just imagine, eh? Just imagine the guy must have been a red face sitting there during the lesson and said, "Please let me go to toilet."
Honestly,
like
I
red
would be
faces.
proud. If I was like at that age, I would be proud of that. I wouldn't tell the janitor because he'd probably like try and kill me. But I'd tell my friends and be like, "Yeah, dude, that was me."
That's awesome.
Because we used to do stupid shit like this all the time in the bathroom. That's why I wouldn't be surprised. So for a while, in China we didn't have, well, the bathroom, the school I was in, the bathrooms didn't have like the soap dispensers where you push on it and the soap comes out. They just had bars of soap just on the like.
Oh really?
Where you wash, yeah, just like this big bars. And what I would usually do was, for a good month, every time I saw a bar of soap, I would flush it down the toilet, like a whole bar of soap. And it got so bad that they started making announcements in every class and said, "Guys, we don't know what's happening to the soap, but please keep the soap at the sink."
And everybody was looking at you.
No. I did it all in private. I never told anyone.
So I have a bonus round because maybe it was too easy. Is it in Germany allowed to not allow a pupil to go to toilet after he or she asks? Yes or no?
You can't deny someone their bathroom rights. Maybe there's like a number. Like if a guy asks to go to the toilet more than 3 times in a class, you can deny. Or girl.
So 90% correct. 90% correct. So by law, you're not allowed to deny it. Yeah. But there are cases, as you described, where it's might kind of a joke or it's disrupt the class too much, okay? And then you can argue, okay, can you deny now or can you look for ways around? And there are also cases where it was denied and the pupil ended up peeing his pants.
What the
okay?
Hell? How old
and
were these kids?
Primary school.
What's like? How old are you then? Like 5, 6?
Yeah, between 7 to 11.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Your bladder control is still not the best.
I guess, yeah.
When do you stop wearing diapers?
Oh, I hope it's 5. I think 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, so it's like you're kind of like fresh out of your diapers, and then your teacher's like, "You're like, I gotta pee." Like, no, hold it. No. Dude, that kid would be scarred. That kid is gonna have major life problems. He's gonna always be so careful about what he drinks.
Oh, this makes me sad now.
Imagine that kid going to the Wurstmarkt, man. He wouldn't drink. He'd just be scared about peeing on the train back the whole time.
So, after we... I guess our topic of the day is more or less clear now, but
yes.
Do you want to say it?
Let's jump to our topic of the day. Education in Germany. Yes. Yay. Sascha, how do you feel about education? Because you've had the most experience here in Germany.
Unfortunately, I feel sad about education in Germany.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, first, it's complicated. Ne? Diplom, Magister still exists, Bachelor exists, Master exists. Okay, so this is for them. Then we have also a state-proven, it's called staatlich geprüft. So stately proven jobs, like stately proven electrician or engineer.
Yeah. That's at the Fachhochschule, yeah?
Yeah, is this now like a master or is it like a bachelor? I don't know. And it's not only there. It's not only there at the university level. It's already starts in the lower levels. Like after primary school, you can either go to Gymnasium or you can go to Gesamtschule, Realschule, and then to Gymnasium, or you can go to Gesamtschule, Realschule, and then not to a Gymnasium, but to a school where you do a traineeship and an semi-A level.
Wait, what's the difference between Gesamtschule and Gymnasium or Realschule? As in, it's in the
Gesamt
middle?
Gesamtschule is everything. It's high school, but there's no NC required. So Gymnasium is for the kids who are supposed to be more intelligent or who
Past
have
their fourth grade test.
or who have more wealthy parents. So wealthy parents say my kid has to go to Gymnasium. This is kind of a
Okay.
rule.
Yeah.
And the rest is ending up at Gesamtschule.
But some also go to Haupt or Realschule, no?
Realschule exists. Hauptschule, I guess, also still exists. I'm not sure about this.
Is that where like the bottom of the barrel goes, or what? Like,
Sadly, meanly said yes. Meanly said this is where the bottom goes. Yeah.
what's the difference between like Haupt and Realschule?
Uh, the the level,
The
the level I
bathrooms
would
are
say.
dirtier at the Hauptschule.
No. The bathrooms are all the same.
Shit. So you went to Gymnasium.
No, I didn't went. So finally, when I did my A level, I ended up in a Gymnasium. But before I was in a Realschule, which was slightly better than Hauptschule.
Okay. But then, yeah, this is the one thing I think the German system is very kind of strict on, kind of punishing, because you start in the kindergarten, right? Yeah, that's fine. Everyone's there. And then from
Yeah.
the kindergarten, you go to the Grundschule. And even then, everyone's still there. So everyone's okay. But then
Yeah.
after the Grundschule, which is like the fourth grade, you're basically like not even 10 years old, right? You're like around 10. Then you get split into all these like Gymnasium, Realschule,
Exactly.
and shit. And it's like you're literally deciding the path of a child, of a 10-year-old like child at 10. I mean, the rest of their lives could be affected by this,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, of course, man.
Which is really unfair. I don't know.
And
Seems a little extreme.
and there are of course private schools. So if you don't have middle class parents but super rich parents, of course there are schools for those kids.
But private schools are then also Gymnasium?
Most probably yes, but with better teachers even.
Yeah, but the private schools here are not that expensive. I remember asking one of my friends, one of our colleagues, there's like Heidelberg International School. There's a few, but like the private schools here are only like a few €100 a month or something like this.
I think it's a lot already. Few €100, $500 per month.
Let's
just
say
for school.
So I went to a private school in Shanghai, but my dad, so my dad's company paid, but that school was like the cost was around like not German university, but like universities in the US prices. I think it was like 30,000 euro dollars a year, something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah. And this is kind of normal in other places. This is what I mean. I think in Germany the education system is actually quite good, like günstig, as you might say it. It's very, very value for money because you don't pay anything for education, right? Basically, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think
we could have a detailed discussion about this, but let's not go there. Let's go for maybe free universities. You have a point here. This is where you also know more about, right? Because a lot of foreigners come to Germany because they can study here for free.
that's true. I don't
Right?
know personally because I basically came here and started working and did not get to enjoy any of the stuff that Germany is good for. I didn't get any education. What else is good here? Maybe like safety, kid safety. I didn't grow up here, so but education for sure. A lot of people come here for free education, and I think it's not a complaint or anything. I just think it gives you a wider range of people. So not a bad thing, but you also get like people from very different backgrounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you get people that are some people that are rich, but a lot of people that are less financially secure when it comes to their finances.
So what I think is problematic in regards of universities, I really had problems to figure out which university is really a good one or a well-known one. You know, for those American or British schools or also schools in
You mean in
Shanghai,
Germany?
in Germany, exactly. There's usually a ranking. This is a top school, this is a elite school. But in Germany, I had the feeling it's more or less everywhere the same.
I mean, there's
There
like the
is
big
no
ones,
elite
right?
schools.
LMU, that's a big university, I think. LMU, TU München, a lot of the TUs, a lot of the good TUs, right?
Hmm.
KIT,
Technical University, TU guys.
yeah,
Technical
technical
University.
universities. Yeah, that's the thing. I think in Germany there's a split between like arts based, and like because in Chinese we separate this as well. We say like let's say arts based and science based, like 理科, 文科, yeah. But so LMU is more like a university where it's not just arts, but it's less technical than a TU. Like TUs are more focused on like
I I don't know if we I don't know if we have this here, man. It's I kind of lost you.
but you have no, it's not that they only provide this, but those universities are better at these topics. Like the like TUs, right? They focus on more technical topics. So like engineering or tech or maybe
So
chemicals.
the name does imply it, but do I know it for sure? No, I don't know it. I just know some universities like TU Aachen is known for electroengineering, and TU München, I heard the name, but I don't know if it's known for something. Mannheim, I heard is known for business administration, but it's nothing I researched is
Mm.
something a third person told me, you know? And this is a problem which I meant. So usually you have a ranking, these are the top schools you go for, but in Germany, there are also maybe rankings somewhere, but how much are they worth? I don't know. And
Hey, you get what you paid for, right? It's free, so don't complain. Beggars can't be
don't complain what
choosers.
you get.
Yeah. Be glad you
Uh,
get it for free.
so tell me, Kevin, you studied in Melbourne, so and also partly in Shanghai.
Yep.
Who was the funniest? So first question, who was the funniest professor or teacher you had and why?
Funniest professor or teacher? Ooh. Um I think in high school or middle school, I had a math teacher that really hated me. So he was kind of younger, so I think, we were like 14, 15, and I think he was in his like mid late 20s, early 30s, kind of like
Uh,
that. So
and he hated you.
he definitely did not like me. So I was in so we had 3 levels of math, really basic level, which I didn't do. I was in the middle level for a while, which he taught. And then afterwards, I jumped to the higher level. So when I was in the mid level, it was very easy for me.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
It
Yeah.
was very easy for me. So I kind of was I was kind of
Yes.
annoying in class, you know? I would just say shit, and like my friends and I would start rapping for no reason and stuff. So I spent like I shit you not, half of that year, I think it was like half of the year or for a year, I spent outside of the class because he would always tell me to get out and stand outside of the class, to the point where at one point he just put a desk outside so I can just sit outside. But that's not the main point. I This guy's dated a lot of our teachers. A lot of the single female teachers he dated. And at the time we thought he had some weird disease because any teacher he dates would miss school sometimes. Like the teachers would not come to school for like a week, or like something happened to them. So we thought he was some kind of like
Vampire.
serial killer vampire, or he had some weird disease that he always gave it to them or something. So yeah, that was, what was his
Big
name?
dick. Big
Mr.
dick energy.
Big dick
They
energy. Yeah,
They couldn't walk anymore.
They couldn't walk for a week. But fuck that guy, man. Mr. Griffith. Fuck that guy.
That's cool. Funnily, my math teacher at my high school times also hated me. But I was a difficult pupil. I was a difficult pupil.
Were you also like really loud and?
I guess, yeah. I was goofy. I tried to get attention.
Oh,
and
that's like me.
He didn't like it. But actually, I want to talk about two guys. So one of them, he was my business administration professor during my university times, and the guy, if you sit in the front row, he was smelling of beer. Like
beer?
he was axing a whole 24 bottles of beer before he went to
Serious?
class. Yeah,
Oh
man, he
my
smelled
God.
so strong
he a
of
good
beer
teacher?
every time. I don't know. So basically, he had this book, a business administration book, and he wrote out of the book one by one. And everybody was writing down what he wrote down. And then I checked the book, and then I said, hey, it's written already
It's
in this
just
book. And I was just marking, okay? And then he was looking at me, that I was not writing anymore. And then he said, yeah, actually, it's written in the book. Actually, we don't need to write it down. You're right.
But writing it down actually makes
Helps
you
to learn it, I guess, yeah.
remember it better. But yeah, I had this reminds me of this other teacher. I had a history teacher. We loved his classes because, I show you not, 9 out of 10 classes, he would roll in the TV and play a video, some kind of video, like a historical documentary or something. So for most of his classes, we just watched movies or videos. I don't know if you had like this kind of stuff.
We don't have TVs in my
Oh.
school. We didn't have TVs.
But it's so crazy. It got so crazy to the extent, one class we watched South Park because the episode was about, I think, the Second World War or something like this. It was so ridiculous. Like the topic was about Second World War, but it was just not, it's South Park, so it's.
Of course.
But Mr. Clark, he was good. I didn't learn much. I think my history scores were completely shit, but he was still a cool teacher.
The most ridiculous teacher in class I ever had was also during my business administration studies. He he talked about Mars bars. Mars is chocolate bar, okay?
Like the what's it called? Snickers without the
without the
peanuts.
nuts. Yeah, the less superior, the less superior. How's it called?
The post-op Snickers.
The post-op Snickers.
They've been snipped.
So basically, he talked all day about Mars bars, how they are produced, Mars bars. And my school was shit, but it was the only lesson we had in English, and everybody was so proud that they could follow what he's actually saying, okay?
Was it an English class?
This was the only English class. We only had German class except for this very class. Okay, and after 2 lessons, each lesson 90 minutes, so after 180 minutes or 3 hours of lesson, him talking about Mars bars, he said, okay, and now you know everything, and until the end of the semester, please prepare the group work. Full stop.
What's the group work? Eat
exactly.
Mars bars?
What was the group work? Nobody knew. Nobody knew how big the group is supposed to be. Nobody knew what the group work was, how we get any information out of it. Nobody knew anything, okay?
Yo, what the hell?
And it was also not like with a PowerPoint slide where it was written, okay, this is a group size, this is a task, this is a time, these are the consulting hours. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, and you know what we did? We organized the group works of the previous year copied pasted it, changed the names, and gave this to him. And basically, the
And he
previous
said it was
class,
okay.
yeah, he said it was okay. And the previous year's class, they said they did the same. Okay, and I don't know if for fact, but I guess the previous class also did the same. So at one point, he must have explained it properly, and then he just said to himself, "Fuck it," and everybody just took over from the previous year.
And he was okay with it.
Yeah, he
What
was
a
okay with
G.
it.
Yo, this actually reminds me of this business law unit. So this class I took in university. It's a hard subject, law in general. So people don't like to spend so much time learning it. So I got notes from one of my seniors that they got from other seniors, and apparently this thing's been around for many generations. But these are like golden notes that have been revised and passed down through many generations. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I thought it's an German thing because I also had golden notes. We also had this in Bielefeld, where I studied. Maybe you guys, if you also had this golden notes during your studies, write it down. I'm
Dude,
curious.
it was the only subject where I got this. 2 pages, only 2 pages, 4 sides back to back. I read those, I memorized everything there, and I got like the highest.
You passed.
I got the highest mark because the questions were literally what the notes were saying.
I also had this. I swear
That's
to God.
insane.
I even said, so some of my fellow students, okay, who didn't join this year but wanted to join next year, I said to them, guys, don't go to the lesson. It's waste of time. Just learn these 2 pages. That's it.
And then you'll pass.
And but they didn't do it. They went to the lesson and they didn't learn those pages and they
Kids are
passed poorly.
stupid. Yeah, man. I I'm not saying, guys, if you're still in uni, don't follow what I did, but I basically went to uni on the first week of every semester and on the last week. And I still got my degree. So, first day, you go in, you check in, tell the professor you don't live very close to university, so you probably can't be there all the time, but you will listen to the lecture online. I think a lot of lectures are recorded now. And then on the last week, you go there because he gives you tips on the exam.
Yeah, we also had the same. The last
So,
week was the most crucial one.
so just do that, and you should be able to pass with some Red Bulls and some all-nighters. That's it.
You know, I also remember during my business administration studies, okay, we had something called main topics. So in the end, you can do your business administration with 1 or 2 main topics like controlling or logistic,
Your major.
or your major exactly, or you can even do 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was really like, wow, you need to do 2 majors. It's awesome. It's actually worth nothing nowadays. However,
It is.
in order to make 2 majors, you had to visit courses which are happening on the same time. So basically,
it's like Harry Potter.
It's not possible time-wise to visit all the courses required for the major. So what you did was, a fellow student was writing you into the course, and you had those golden notes of certain courses where you knew you don't have to attend. And
Nice.
this is how you get 2 majors in Germany.
That sounds like Harry Potter when Hermione had that time traveling rocket.
How is she everywhere? How is it possible?
She's just duplicating herself. She's Naruto. She's just doing a
Shadow clone jutsu.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
Yeah. I even had 2 majors and it was worth nothing for me. It's so sad. It took me so much effort.
Well, I think anything, unless you learn something super practical, like learn programming or you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, most things you learn in university will be useless. I mean, that's just the facts. I mean, I learned a bit of programming that helped, but all the business stuff, I
It's
mean,
useless. Yeah.
yeah, 4 Ps, 7 Ps, SWOT analysis. I could still do it now, but it's like probably a little outdated. There's some new concepts now. I don't know.
Oh, interesting question. Just coming up. School uniforms. So in Germany, usually you don't wear school uniforms except if it's a super elite private school. And actually, I'm a fan of a school uniform because, especially in Germany, you are getting bullied
For
if you
what you
have
wear. Yeah.
for what you wear. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is why I like the concept actually. But how was it in Shanghai?
So,
Were
so
you
there are
wearing?
school uniforms in China overall. Our school had school uniforms until I think the last 2 years. And then we started wearing like we call it smart casual. So it's like business casual, you know? We had to wear
Okay,
like a shirt and some
a
kind of
tie.
no tie, but like a shirt and like not jeans, like khakis or something. And we had to
Okay,
wear leather shoes. But the uniforms were basically just like polo shirts with some kind of collared shirt, kind of a
yeah,
polo with like pants, like navy blue pants or something like this. And the girls could wear skirts or skirts, like shorts inside and then like a skirt thing on the outside.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and then you had to cut your hair. Your hair couldn't be so long, and you couldn't have a beard
Really?
and stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was a little
interesting.
strict. And
During my school times on the village, there was once a guy. He partied super hard as pupil. His mouth was smelling of alcohol, and he was sitting on the lesson with a bottle of water. Okay, and then the teacher said at one point, "Okay, you have to leave now because whole
whole room
classroom
smells
was
like
smelling
alcohol.
of alcohol."
Yeah, dude.
This was
How
my high
old were
school
you guys?
times.
Don't say
You
like
know,
14.
14, 15, yeah.
Uh,
I was also in my school, dude. It was also normal if in a class next to you there was a pregnant girl already. So
would really
yeah,
14?
man.
That sounds so
Yeah.
British. Okay, sounds like what happens in England for some reason. Just from the stereotypes. Wait, would you say this is more common in like Realschule versus Gymnasium, or would you say
It
both?
is
No.
certainly. Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
100%. Hauptschule, Realschule, it's common to get pregnant
Uh,
earlier.
what do you think? What's like the ratio? Like, how many girls like out of 10 girls? Would there be like one pregnant girl
In Hauptschule, you mean?
or
Hauptschule, Realschule?
Realschule? Yeah.
Actually, there are statistics about it.
Damn.
There are real statistics about it of underage pregnancies and in relation to their
To the
education.
schools. Because the lower the education, the more kids they have, or what?
The more probably they get pregnant earlier.
Yeah, true. Because I don't know, they want kids, so I'm not sure what the logic is. Like
So
I'm
they
not.
get kids.
So they feel smarter because kids are dumb.
Oof.
I don't know. I'm kidding.
Uh,
But on the university thing again, did you know
yeah.
people that have been in university for like a long time when you were there? Like
Actually, I do. I guess you mean those permanent students, right?
I call them like professional students. Like being a student is their job.
And I did not understand it. My goal was at my second studies for business informatics, okay, to get out of there as fast as possible
Yeah.
and earn money because student being a student means you don't have a money, you don't have any money, you can't afford anything. It's bullshit.
But you get
Doesn't
some
make fun.
benefits as a kid. Like why would they do this? Like they get benefits somehow, right?
Uh, so one benefit is you have cheap health insurance. You can live in a student dorm.
Mm.
You don't have to pay, I think, for certain taxes,
the
and
Radiofunk.
yeah, exactly. And you get BAföG. BAföG is typical student
Allowance.
subsidy.
How much is that roughly? Like,
Depends on the income of your parents, but it can be around $600.
okay, that sounds
And
okay.
the cool thing about BAföG is you don't have to pay back everything. I think you have to pay back max $10,000.
If I become a student now, can I still get it?
Unfortunately, not because it's only allowed if you're a first time student.
This I am a first time student in Germany.
No, this doesn't count. So what you can get is an scholarship.
No, I don't want that scholarship. I want to get some of my tax money back. You know, I want
But you have to
my.
pay this. You have to pay back this money.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
credit,
shit.
kind of.
You're right.
A scholarship you don't have to pay back.
But scholarships, you have to like be super good at something to get, right?
Oh, not so good.
And just
So
be like, "Yo, I have a podcast. Give me a scholarship. I'll shout you out on our podcast."
I was accepted for the German scholarship, Deutschlandstipendium, I think. But I declined because then I started at our company instead of making a master.
Oh,
And
okay, I gotcha.
it's just $300 per month.
And they give you just right away for free.
I think they give you $300. They give you book money, and it's financed by a company, and they let you connect with the company who is financing you.
Oh, so it's not financed by the government?
No,
Damn
it's private.
No, I want to get some of my hard-earned tax money back. I'm paying so much taxes.
So it can be politically financed by a party. So the big parties they have they offer scholarships. Then it can be financed by the state if you are migrate. So pupils with a migration background.
You mean like me? Wait, no. I guess
yeah,
not.
like you. No, you. Yeah, you're German with a migration background. So you have a German passport.
Because I'm born in China.
Yeah, but you have a German passport, so.
So I am from a Migrationshintergrund.
Exactly. You're considered like this, and then you're allowed to apply there.
Interesting.
And then there's also this Deutschlandstipendium.
Do they look at like my current salary and stuff? Like, do they have to take that into account? They would, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can't be like, I work part time at my job and I earn good money, but I still want to get a scholarship.
I don't know, but it would be funny if you would get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but only my standard is only if it's money from the government, I will take it, because I want to steal some of this money they stole from me back, bitches. Yeah,
maybe the next episode is taxes in Germany. How to do tax?
How to do taxes? That's gonna be such a German episode. We should bring in the most German person we know.
Young.
Yeah, we should. I bet he's good at taxes. The least German-looking German we know.
The most German person we know. Who is it?
Most German is in our friend group is Young, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Singaporean guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Imam Limit, but he's not really in our group.
No, that's true. But he's the most German.
He's the most German, right. Yeah. Even for Germans, he's very German. So.
Yeah, he's too German for me.
Yeah, definitely. So I see another like benefit, of being a student. I knew a guy that I used to skate with. He was a student on paper because you can easily become a student, right? Just enroll in university and you're a student. And he managed to get a loan from the bank I think sometimes you get special loans from the government because you're a student. Have you heard of this before?
Special loans from government, like for a company or something.
No, that you're a student. You just need money to, your studies.
Yeah. So exactly. So you get BAföG, which is kind of a credit or loan, and you can go to KfW Bank, and then you can apply for a loan with special.
But like a big amount. I think he got something like 10,000 or something like this.
Yeah, with special conditions.
Or maybe more. Yeah, and because he's a student, there are some kind of special loans he can get. He got like, I think 10, 20 or 30,000. I forgot the amount. And then he just left and went to South Africa and moved there and never came back. He was there before. He met a girl there and he wanted to get married. And he was like, wait, I'm German. I should come back and get some money and go back to Africa. I mean, good for him, man. If I could do this, I'd do this. You know, he's living the life. Yeah, good on him.
I just thinking about this song about Africa. Da, 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 Africa. I forgot about the song.
Yeah, guys.
Okay.
That's another option. Get the loan and then go back to your home country.
Go to Africa.
Go to Africa or go back to your home country.
Enjoy life. Don't do our mistake.
Yeah, don't be a slave to the government and pay taxes.
Kevin, so all in all, the German education system. What are the most meaningful things you take away with?
The most meaningful thing, honestly,
from today's episode.
I don't have so much experience because I've never studied in Germany, but just from what I've heard,
free universities, we can say this is a goodie.
Free universities. Go for it. Get the money from, like, honestly, guys, if you're a student, just get as much money as you can from the government because I can't.
With good conditions. KfW Bank.
Yes.
BAföG, if you're applicable. You can go to sponsorship, not sponsorships, scholarships.
Scholarships.
Also a good way. It's not hard. I got one and I was not a perfect student, so...
And if you don't plan on staying in Germany, definitely get that KfW loan and then get the fuck out and then you're good, you know? It's good money. I mean, if you're from like parts of Asia or South America, that money goes a long way. You can buy a small house in remote places, you know, with that money.
For 30K in, for instance, Irania, you're king. You can buy a villa.
Maybe, yeah. So, guys, just saying, keep that in mind, yeah? Don't let my hard-earned money that I pay for taxes go to waste. At least if I know one of our listeners is taking advantage of this, my life is worth it, you know?
We can also align there are no school uniforms. There are private schools, but also many other school forms.
Yeah.
And the recommendation is not go to Gesamt, Real or Hauptschule. Because gymnasium is where you send your kid. And
don't drink water when you're in school, you know? Don't go to the bathroom. just hold it.
Really, it's not a joke. The toilets are horrible. If you don't need to drink water during the morning times, don't drink it.
Or just, go to if you're a man, just go find a tree. I'm pretty sure that's what I would do, you know? Pee in a bush. You just see people like standing inside bushes.
They pee. They just pee.
They just pee. Yeah. So guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. You can find us on Sascha?
Sauerkraut Dumpling Pot on Instagram. Sauerkraut Dumpling on Facebook. Sauerkraut Dumpling at gmail.com.
Yes.
And
with that,
that's it, right?
That's it. Last words?
Last words. Stay German.
Stay German, guys.
Stay German, guys. See you.
Bye. Till next time.